Alexis Lafreniere was a healthy scratch the other night for the New York Rangers. Rangers fans were irate about this. How could Gerard Gallant do such a thing? He's gonna run this kid out of town. Well, guess what? It didn't take too long at all for the rumor factory to get their paws on this one, and of course, whenever there's drama surrounding young Alexis Lafreniere, Montreal's nose is always in the mix. And if Maury Povich was a sports analyst, he'd be all over this thing like a dog at the dinner table. So in today's video, I'm gonna do my best to break down this most recent Alexis Lafreniere case to you guys. We'll take a look at some of the comments that were made by Rangers head coach Gerard Gallant. We'll talk about what the supposed asking price is, and then it's gonna be your turn to pour your heart out in the comment section. Now, when Gerard Gallant was asked recently about sitting Lafreniere, his answer was plain and simple. He said he just wants to see him play better. Basically, he's trying to light a spark under the kid, trying to put some fire into him. But unfortunately, this kind of treatment doesn't always have a positive effect. And while the Rangers coaching staff thought this was the right decision, well, many Rangers fans would voice their opinions over on Twitter, and a lot of them weren't too happy at all. They thought he was playing fine. Now let's take a look at his stats. While he's likely not going to outdo his goal performance last season unless he goes on some kind of a crazy hamburger run, Lafreniere is on pace to get more points. So far this season, he's got 17 points in 36 games. Now, if you're a Canadiens fan and you're laughing at this, then I suggest you stop, because that's good enough to be fourth place in Montreal in scoring right now. But the big problem here is that he can still be better, okay? This isn't Gino Ojic, this is Alexis Lafreniere, who scored over a 2 points per game average during his final year in the Q. Let's face it, the expectations for this kid were through the roof. But it almost seems like since he's joined the Rangers, he's been like a hamster in a running wheel. He just can't get ahead at all. There's a lot of people thinking that a change of scenery is needed to revive this young kid's career. And with the most recent decisions to make him a healthy scratch and play him on the fourth line, some news has surfaced on Lafreniere and the trade market. You see, apparently teams are really beginning to call the Rangers right now about this kid. Everybody wants to be the hero that just rescues him like he's some kind of a dog down at the SPCA. And as of right now, the supposed asking price is a first round pick and or a top end player. So even though it looks like the Rangers are just completely lost with him right now, you're not gonna get him for a ham sandwich, okay? They still want a pretty big piece coming back in return, which also makes complete sense. Now, before we dive deeper into the trade speculation, I created a community poll on the channel yesterday, and I asked if you would be willing to give up Florida's juicy 2023 first round draft pick for Alexis Lafreniere straight up. The good people in the community have spoken. At the time of recording this, over 1,100 grasshoppers showed up to participate. 61% of you said no, 27% said yes, and 12% of you haven't decided what you want for breakfast yet, and it's already dinner time. Now, the results of this poll were exactly what I expected. It's tough to throw away a 2023 first round draft pick right now, but I do think that this is a piece that the Rangers would be interested in. Now, as for me, I got a few things to say about this, okay? Because Lafreniere, in my eyes, it's just too early to label this kid the B word just yet, okay? And it's kind of ironic because the majority of Habs fans right now that have this kid written off are the same Habs fans that are just pumping the tires of a guy like Kirby Dach. And it's kind of funny because if you look at both of these players right now, Dach was drafted by the Blackhawks 3rd overall just 1 year earlier than Lafreniere. This season right here is his 4th season in the NHL, and look at this. Before he was rescued from Chicago, he actually had worse numbers than Lafreniere. Now, Dach himself still has a lot to improve, you know, if he wants to hit his potential, but you gotta admit, he's off to a pretty good start in Montreal, and sometimes a player just needs a change of scenery. I'm not saying Lafreniere is going to go to another team and instantly become a star, but I also wouldn't just write him off this quick either, okay? Maybe he just needs a break from Farmer Fran. With all that being said, I still wouldn't trade Florida's first round pick for Alexis Lafreniere right now. And here's my reasoning. It has nothing to do with Lafreniere himself, but more to do with my obsession over the 2023 draft. There's too many good players that are going to be up for grabs. Florida continues to plummet into the standings. Many thanks to Carolina, who defeated them last night 4-0. And we're pretty much at the midway point in the season right now. And if this pick continues to be a lottery pick, then in my opinion, it's untouchable right now. I don't think they should move it, but if there's another way for them to get their hands on Lafreniere, maybe from moving a couple of players without having to give up any of the core, of course, then I'd be definitely down for that. Go ahead, make the move. But I do trust Habs management right now with this Alexis Lafreniere case more than I do with any other player. Jeffrey Gorton should know more about this kid than anybody right now for obvious reasons. He knows exactly what kind of a character and player he is, and he also knows what bringing in a guy like this would do to the city. So if it never happens, then trust me, it probably wasn't a good idea anyway. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this one. Don't forget to smash the thumb of the like button with a ball-peen hammer on your way out of here. And hey, I'll see you next time.